about y'all. Come on, all the shit they said about us, it's time for us to get out there and short
What
shit.
you here for? Strictly business. Yeah. You want a job or get rich? I'm bossed up. 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 Got boss in my IV. Just check my ID, and that's why I be the HNIC. People despise me. My services ain't free. Ain't trying to hear your story, homie. Cop me, no please. In high school, corner, quarterback. Nowadays, corner, quarter sack. Keep that on the low, rappers turning into rats. Fly snitching on they self, DEA ransack.
What's good? What's popping? The boys are in the building. It's a Football Friday. We are inching closer and closer to the new football season.
Man, the season is coming up. But I haven't lost football because I'm legitimately knee-deep in this UFL game right now. Okay? DC, San Antonio, 1918. Fourth quarter. It's lit right now.
Yeah, we and I know we say this shit all the time. I promise you, we will break down the UFL games. I promise. I know I say it every week, but there's always some bullshit happening that I forget to do it. So I apologize.
It's a lot of stuff that be going on in between the weeks that me and Mel be sending each other, and none of it has to do with the UFL. Okay?
None of it.
So we legitimately forget, okay, until the games come on and it's like, oh shit, we got to do UFL stuff, but then all the NFL stuff and extra stuff in between gets in the way, and yeah.
100%. But so this week has been interesting to say the least. Not mini camps, but like rookie camps, OTAs have started. So we got Shador, his first week in practice with the Browns. They got a couple clips of him throwing passes, looks like Shador, like I would expect him to look.
Of course.
He's going to take that job. I don't care what no one says.
He's going to be QB1 come week 4, and I'm going to be so upset because that is our quarterback. My quarterback out there. Cue the TO meme when he's crying. It's my quarterback. That is my quarterback, man.
That's my quarterback. So did you hear? I guess we didn't have this conversation. So did you hear the reasoning why some of these organizations did not draft Shador?
I've been hearing a lot of chatter, a lot of different kind of chatter. But go ahead and elaborate for me.
Let's start with the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's start because that's home team.
Okay.
So Pete Carroll said that the prospect of picking Shador wasn't good for them based upon the history. They didn't want to do what happened to Kirk Cousins last year with Michael Penix after bringing in a quarterback that you signed as a free agent and paid this money to, and then bring in a rookie who is, talented enough, good enough, has the name, especially in the first round, if you draft him in the first round, that the fan base is going to pretty much ask to see the kid play. Also, I think part of it I think he feels guilty for what happened to Matt Flynn in Seattle because they paid him a lot of money to come to Seattle. And they drafted Russell Wilson. He never took a snap for the Seattle Seahawks because Russell Wilson beat him out in OTAs and in Summer Bowl.
Most definitely.
So I don't like that. That sounds stupid, but it's way better than what Brian Daboll said. And I think the Giants are the pettiest team in this draft.
The Giants are the pettiest team in this draft, but keep going.
So Brian Daboll said that the prospect of Deion Sanders actually coming in and coaching and taking his job with the New York Football Giants was entirely too great for them to draft Shador. Now, there's a second layer to this where I think is fucking amazing. And if this was the truth, hey, I'm not even mad at the Giants for this. I'm really not. So apparently they're still mad at Dion.
Okay.
So when Dion was coming out, he had an interview with the Giants, and then he asked him, like, yo, where are y'all drafting? They said 11. He walks out of the interview, says, I'll be gone by then. Don't worry about it.
I do remember that.
So
that. And that was the Giants. That's crazy.
So if that was the actual case, Giants are the pettiest team in the draft.
Okay, let me see.
And I don't blame them for being petty. I do, but I don't.
Let me see. I really don't know where to start. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. So with the home team, first and foremost, it's completely different from the Falcons situation. For this reason and this reason only. You didn't pay Geno Smith $180 million fucking dollars.
No, you did not.
That's the biggest difference here, right? Is the Falcons paid for a future franchise quarterback, knowing he was aging, and then went out and did some stupid shit and drafted Michael Penix, only so that Raiders didn't get him. That's quite literally what happened.
That's
quite
literally
what happened. Like they literally came out and said that we're drafting Michael Penix so the Raiders can't draft him. Quite literally what the fuck happened. So I say that to say Geno Smith's contract isn't nowhere near Kirk Cousins' contract, right?
No.
And we weren't expecting, at least not everybody in the league, people weren't expecting a rookie quarterback to automatically come in and start, right? So, like we said, for even Cleveland, right? Week 4, Shador's taking that job. Week 4, right? Week 4. So
no later than 8.
No later, right? And Mel is being generous because I'm saying 6.
They're gonna have to be real. Because they have to be real bad. Like they're gonna, like the way I look at it is this: Deshaun is out for the entire season, so you don't got to worry about Deshaun.
He's not playing. You're not worry about him at all.
Then I'm gonna work my way backwards. You got Dylan Gabriel.
Right. Yep.
I think he's going to beat Dylan Gabriel out during preseason and workout all that. He's gonna beat Dylan Gabriel out.
According to reports, he's already doing it.
Yeah. So I'm not worried about Dylan Gabriel. Kenny Pickett is trash.
Come on now.
So they're going to give Kenny Pickett every chance in the world to fuck it up, and he will.
And he will.
So what's going to happen is Flacco's going to start the season as the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Team's not going to be good. They're going to play Flacco. He's going to look really bad. Enter Shador Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where it'll be after that.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because I already know, like Mel said, we already know how this is going to go, right? Flacco's going to start the season. They're going to look like they are amazing and top notch and this and that for the first quarter of the game. And everything's going to go downhill after that first quarter. Now, after 2 weeks, they're going to try the Kenny Pickett experiment. They're going to do it. They're stupid enough to do it. I know Kevin Stefanski. He's a dumbass. He's going to, let's go get Kenny Pickett. Come on, Kenny. Let's go ahead. Yeah, that's not going to work, right? He's going to get one game. And then they're going to roll out Shador Sanders. That's what's going to happen. But I see them doing some stupid petty shit and trying to try Dylan Gabriel at first, but I don't even think he's going to be off the practice squad. But they're going to go with Shador.
I don't think Dylan Gabriel makes the 53-man roster. I think him or Shador, they're not going to go into the season with 4 quarterbacks. So one of them is going to not make. I think Shador beats out Dylan Gabriel for the 3 spot.
Mm-hmm.
Then it just becomes a battle of who becomes the backup until Flacco fucks it up and then becomes the starter.
Yeah.
Also, the Cleveland Browns already told us how they feel about Kenny Pickett. They already told him they're not picking up his 5th-year option. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's going to come to not even just a backup thing. It's going to come to how long until you fuck it up? How long until you fuck it up?
We're playing the wait game.
Yeah, quite literally. How long until you fuck it up? Joe Flacco, you got about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Kenny Pickett, you got a game. You have a game, sir.
Yeah,
you might even have a half. I'm not even going to lie to you. The way they feel about Kenny, you might have a half. And we might see Shador in the second half of the game. Week 4.
Depending on who that game is, you may just have a half. So then there's that. Then I didn't realize the level of petty Travis Hunter was on. They spent a lot of time trying to humble Shador. They forgot about this nigga.
Oh, yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. We love it.
When I saw it, I was like, oh.
Yeah, we love it.
So
Absolutely.
you let the other brother slip underneath the radar. Like, y'all was so hell-bent on Shador that the real culprit was right there. Like I said, a lot of the stuff that they were saying made no sense. It's all stupid.
It still doesn't.
It's all stupid to me. I guess we'll have to wait to see who gets the final laugh in all of this. I do think Shador ends up with the final laugh because I was having a conversation with my brother about this, and I was telling him, I was like, if Shador does the unthinkable, and that is become legendary, and being legendary in Cleveland is winning a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
If he wins a Super Bowl in Cleveland, he becomes a god.
Quite literally. He's instantaneously enshrined into football greatness.
It becomes the biggest thing to happen in Cleveland sports. It overtakes LeBron's NBA championship.
Most definitely.
He becomes the biggest thing in Cleveland sports history because Cleveland's a football city. It's a football town. So he goes and he wins a Super Bowl. Everybody, I want Colin Cowherd, everybody. I want all of y'all, Jason Whitlock, Marcellus Wiley, all of y'all, Acho. I want all of y'all to go to Cleveland and be like, look, left cheek or right cheek?
Mm-hmm.
You tell me.
Yeah.
Because you got to kiss ass after that.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
So
now, this is the thing. When it comes to the Giants, right? When it comes to the Giants, I don't know. I don't know if they don't know this. Maybe they do. Y'all don't have room to be petty. Look. Let me break this down for you. Let me break this down for y'all real quick. Y'all don't have any fucking room to be petty. You tried that with Saquon, and look how it fucking worked. You quite literally tried that with Saquon Barkley, and look how it worked. The nigga dipped on you, had 2K and a Super Bowl.
The next season.
As soon as he walked out the door. And
2K in the Super Bowl.
Rival.
2K in the Super Bowl is nasty.
On a divisional rival. You have no room to be petty, bro.
Nah, you really don't.
Like, not even remotely. Like, I don't know what and it's crazy because y'all trying to be petty to the nigga's son 20, 30 some odd years late. The nigga was right. I'm sorry to tell what and that's the problem that I be having when everybody talking about this whole cocky shit. Bro, if I know, I know. Why would I sugarcoat the shit, bro? Like, I'm not gonna sit up there and bullshit you.
Like we had the conversation. Like, I don't understand the cocky shit because as a football player, you're a football player, I'm a football player. We step on the field with a level of arrogance to us.
Most definitely, every time. Because
that's just the way we feel. Like, if I step on the field, I'm never gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you better than me."
That's what they preach.
I'm not the shit. I'm not this. I'm not that. No. When I step, whether I am or I'm not, I tell myself I'm the best player on the field.
Period. I tell people all the time. Like, my brother used to ask me, like, what do you think about? What do you go through when you step on the field? And I'm like, bro, I couldn't even fucking tell you because I could become a different person on the field.
Yeah.
Like, I'm unrecognizable. I'm not dad. I'm not regular. I'm a whole different.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like,
and my mother said that. The first time my mother saw me play in high school, she was like, I don't know who that is. And I was like, no. I said, when I put that helmet on, I'm a different person.
The whole different person.
Like I don't talk. Like I'm not a vocal. Like even doing this podcast and stuff like that. I'm not a vocal person. I'm not a verbal person. I'm not a very talkative person. Unless you're my friends and shit. Like that's it. But I don't talk. But you get me on the football field. Yeah. Oh, it's up.
Oh, it's different.
It's up.
Goodness gracious. It's a different level. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, and that's what at least and that's the thing. That's the reason why I don't get it. Why all these people are trying to bring it up. Now that's what they preach in football.
Did they not hear Ray Lewis talking on the football field?
You know what I mean? Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, rest in peace, bro. Like, what do we talk? What? Tom Brady,
Cam Newton,
right? Like, what are y'all talking about right now, bro? Like, they literally preach. They drill a certain level of confidence. Call it cocky, call it arrogance, but when motherfuckers see football players, and that's where the whole jock word came from. They didn't come from basketball players or tennis players or track athletes. This shit came from football players because when we stepped on campus with a different swagger, with a different level of confidence than these other sports, shit stopped.
What do they call wide receivers?
They call them divas.
In order to be diva, you got to be confident, right?
Right. Shit stopped. You know what I mean? Like, so, the world stops around foot. I know a lot of people probably don't like this, right? And everybody thinks that their sport is. It's not. The world revolves. It starts and stops with football. I'm sorry to tell y'all, it's the biggest sport on every single fucking campus. It's the biggest sport, literally damn near in the world, unless you're talking about actual soccer. If you want to go international, but other than that, it's literally American football. That's the type of confidence, the type of cockiness, the type of arrogance that we bring. But y'all love it because y'all watch it all the time.
All the time. Like, this is great. Like, but that's why I said it was deeper than football when it came to Shedeur. And we understand that. We completely understand it. Because nothing that they said had anything really to do about football, because everything they said about football, they had to lie about it. Oh, well, he doesn't have ideal size. But you drafted a 5'9" quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, he doesn't have ideal strength. Arm strength.
Mm-hmm.
His arm was better than all the dudes that got drafted, except for maybe Cam Ward. Then the two dudes that got drafted two of the dudes that got drafted ahead of him were in college for at least 6 years. Tyler Shough was in college for 7 years.
Yeah.
If you can't play college football at an elite level for 7 years, what makes you think you're going to play in the NFL at an elite level?
Not to mention battling injuries, serious injuries.
Tyler Shough ass wasn't even hurt. He just sucked.
That's true too, but no, he's tore his ACL like 3 times.
Tyler Shough?
Yeah, that's the reason why the nigga played for so goddamn long. Outside of him just being ass, like, the nigga is freaking, first of all, he's almost 57. Okay?
That part.
Because he's brittle. He's brittle. And the nigga get hurt. He got hurt at least. I'm telling you, bro, you can go look. He's rarely finished the season.
No, he averages 6 games a season. Because they said, oh, well, he's the most what did they say? He's the most game. Like, they said something about him being the most game. He played the most games or whatever prepared quarterback. Motherfucker played 40 games in 7 years.
40 games in 7 years. And you're 63.
Fuck out of here.
Like,
Shedeur played 50-4.
50-4. And had a better record and better stats all around. Stop playing. Let's not do this. Like, what are we doing here?
And then we're gonna here we go. Can they go talk about injury history? Because this is what Will Johnson was victim of.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2018, Tyler Shough broke his collarbone.
Yep.
2021 re-broke his collarbone.
Yep.
2022 broke his fibula.
Yep. That's what it was. Freaking broke his leg. Not towards ACL.
And then 2023, he had hip surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the dude you drafted. This is the dude you drafted. Come on now. Come on, man. That's
what they wanted, right? That's what they wanted. They wanted an injury-prone, old-ass man with brittle bones. Obviously, he had brittle bones.
He 27 with bad hips already. And
a bad shoulder, because you know that collarbone.
And a bad shoulder. Because if you break your collarbone twice, it's only a matter of time, bro.
That's the guy I wanted, though. That's the guy y'all looked at and said he's going to take our franchise to the next level.
Yeah. Okay. To the upper, next level you go on is the upper room, nigga. That's
y'all, nigga. Somebody getting fired over there. I'm telling you right now, nigga. And the way I see Saints fans crashing out on social media, yeah, somebody's getting fired.
Yeah, it's definitely going up. It's going up. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of today. Meat and potatoes of the day. It's NFL jerseys, but I'm gonna bring college into it as well. Should we retire jerseys? Because it seems to be an uproar about all of this, and it started with Shador. I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna transition to Shador.
There's a little problem right now. I see people a little feisty about it. It's crazy.
Yeah. If you're asking me, should Shador and Travis's number been retired? Yes. Now, you can argue if they did it too fast or not. I don't care about that. If the goal is we're going to retire it, I don't care when you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because what those two players did for the school and how it changed the culture and how you feel about Colorado football, yes, as far as that has something to do with it, but Shador still had to go play quarterback. And I don't understand this notion of, well, it's nepotism. Well, he still went out and had to throw the ball and do all the touchdowns and all the stuff, all the yards and all of the awards. He did do that. You know that, right?
He did go out and play.
He did have to do that. So you can't call it nepotism when he actually went out and worked for the recognition and all the things that he got. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's stupid. So, and the amount of money that they generated into that school, you have to understand something. When Deion got to Colorado, they didn't have money to pay him.
They were flat broke.
Right. And I think, we said this before, and I know probably can sound like a broken record, but I don't care because the message has to get out there. Do you know how crazy and how much money you have to make to go from no money to being able to pay your head coach $10.5 million a season? That's insane. That's how much money that you have generated.
To turn around a program, bring celebrities.
In 2 years.
Revenue, exposure, all in 2 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's different. Change the outlook of the whole program, right? Nobody had under a 3.0. Everybody had over a 3.0. Nobody got in trouble. No scandals. No none of this. No none of that. Everybody's a good citizen. Everybody works hard. Everybody does this. Everybody shows up to practice. You didn't hear nothing about nobody getting in trouble. No DUIs. No accidents. No none of that. You had Shador, his son, on a major NIL deal. Travis Hunter on a major NIL deal. A few other players on some major NIL deals. Never heard nothing about them. And on top of that, they are all academically sound. We just seen Rice or somebody that's already ineligible for the postseason because all of their players are damn near ineligible to play because of academics.
Yep. 100%.
Like this is the reason why numbers are retired. People's names are put in the rafters. It's not about the yards. It's not about the statistics. It's not about what they did. It's not just about what they did on the field. It's about what they brought to the school. It's about what they brought to the program and what they mean to the program. Like Mel said, I'm all for retiring the numbers. Whenever they do it, I don't care as long as they fucking do it. So everybody that's making a case about bro who played for Colorado some years back, who got him damn near retire his number too. Y'all can do it the same day.
Look, they brought up Cordell Stewart. And the crazy thing about this is with Cordell Stewart, and I love Cordell Stewart, so don't get it twisted. I love Cordell Stewart. But a bunch of you motherfuckers didn't even know he went to Colorado.
Thank you. Y'all weren't even alive when he played.
Do you know what his most touchdown passes in the season was at Colorado?
Go ahead.
10. 10. Shador threw 5 in one game.
Y'all forget that man. That man threw for 500 yards.
Like, come on, man. Like,
500 yards. Okay,
and I get it, and I know back then that the college football was different. Most of y'all don't even realize them niggas used to run a wing T at Colorado.
Thank you.
Darian Hagan, who was going nuts talking, he was mad. Like, dog, you was a running back who played quarterback.
I was gonna say you were a running back, brother.
And I like Darian Hagan. Darian Hagan was one of my favorite quarterbacks growing up.
Yeah, fucked with him.
Okay. Then I had people talking about, they should have. Deion Figures wore number 2. They should get. Deion Figures was a dope ass corner when he got to the pros. He was good in college, but not good enough that he's not Charles Woodson. Like,
if there's a number 2 that needs to be retired, it's Charles Woodson. Let's not do that.
Yeah, and that's gonna hold another conversation I'm gonna have. Hold on, before I get to the Charles Woodson situation, this is what Mulich was talking about right here.
This is the most wonderful news for the first time in the history of CU football ever will record over a 3.0 GPA.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ever.
And every semester, what do? We go.
Climb. We're setting a standard. We're climbing up.
First time ever.
First time ever.
And so it's consecutively the last 3 semesters we've been
rising up.
the best ever.
Yes, the best
Every
ever.
semester we've eclipsed the former.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell them who you are so they understand.
I'm Chris Livingston. I'm the director of academics
She ain't
for
no
the
joke.
student
So
athletes.
she is her. She makes it.
But no one talks about that.
That's not what people talk about.
Because he said when he got to Colorado, he said it's not just about football. It's about creating and grooming these players to be men when they leave the university. Because not everybody's going to the pros.
Yep.
So if you're gonna kick him in the ass about, he's too cocky and he's too arrogant. Why don't nobody talk about that?
Because that's not going to get news, bro. That's not going to get clicks. We always got to talk about the bad shit because that's what's going to get clicks. But we don't want to talk about the positive shit.
And they make up bad shit for them. That's how crazy it is. You have to make it up bad stuff to talk about with Deion Sanders. Which links me to, you saw the thumbnail. Let's get to the stupid motherfucker now.
Real quick, before you hit that button, real quick, to kind of build out that point before we move on, right? Like Mel said, that program is about building and shaping and grooming young men to be actual grown men, right? And it's interesting to see that when you have players and you have sons, right, that don't smoke, don't drink, don't go out to parties like that, right? They get called losers. They get called creep. They get called. They said Shador was cringy because he said he doesn't drink and smoke and doesn't really like to go out to party like that, right? Travis Hunter is notorious for saying, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't go out. I literally sit in my house with my wife or my soon-to-be wife and I play video games. Right, Shiloh. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't really go out like that. I sit, I work out, I freaking stream. Like a lot of these guys have the same kind of motive, but people don't talk about that. They talk about all of the bad stuff. Oh, he's arrogant. He's this. Like we talk about we glorify Joe Burrow with a big ass cigar in his mouth after winning the national championship. Right, glorify that. Everybody champagne and all that stuff like that, but we don't glorify the guys that go straight to the hotel, right? The guys that are, in the gym working out, right? The Jalen Hurts of the world, who I'm going to be in the gym working out after the championship. Like we don't talk about that. So I just wanted to bring that up because that's really interesting how people will use the bad stuff about him, call him cocky, call him arrogant, call him this, call him that. He's immature, he's this, but we don't want to talk about how he doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, right? Probably more mature than you, probably more mentally sound than you, considering how many people drink beer and smoke tobacco and etc. on a daily basis, right? So just something to think about.
Yeah, and it's just, and you know, but there's no fun in talking positive about Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
That's like,
All right, I'll get that in a second. But let's get to the real reason we're here.
Hey,
Yes.
First of all, I had to make this clear. You gonna get that 11, right?
I don't know, bro. I got a different number in mind.
Oh, what number? Well, I'm heartbroken already. I told the people he's gonna get that. I said we was about to have the best swap in the history of football. What number are you thinking, bro?
I don't know. 56 sound real good, but we gotta have a conversation.
Oh!
Dude, that would be pretty damn special.
Nah, if you get something like that, I get why you leave that. Hey, toss that. Leave that shit in
Start
car.
tradition somewhere else.
Hey, I respect the hell out of that, dog. That would be some legendary stuff. I'm glad I asked that.
Real quick before I move forward, because remember some of the stuff that they was talking about with Shador about him. He had the big chain on, and he was, you know, why would you do? Can we see what Abdul Carter was?
Hey, first of all, I had to make this clear. You gonna get that 11, right?
So no one cared that Abdul Carter had the big goofy chain on.
Could have swore about 85% of that draft class had one of them.
I know. I'm just, you know, I just want to point it out because it was right there, you know.
Interesting.
But let's get to Abdul Carter and his dumbass. Not only did Lawrence Taylor tell you "fuck you," he went to Phil Simms because Phil Simms wore 11, and Phil Simms was like, "You are tripping."
Well, Phil Simms said, "Yeah." Phil's family said, "Fuck you."
No, I don't get it. Who had the last word?
His family literally outvoted Phil Simms. They said, "Nah, we get it, but Phil, you and that nigga can go fuck yourself because he's not wearing a number."
No, and I don't get the audacity of him to ask for 56. First of all, first things first. We had the show. This how when I tell y'all we are the greatest football podcast show that you could ever watch, because we are light years ahead of everyone else. Before this conversation even started, we had this conversation, I think, in the summer last year.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure it was.
I'm gonna go to TikTok and pull the video up, because I was like, look, we had a conversation about if you think of the number 7, who's the first person that comes to your mind?
Boom.
If you think of 56, who's the first person that comes to your mind? Now, we were just talking about players that are, you identify them with that number. When you see 21, you think Deion Sanders.
Yes.
When you see 20, Barry Sanders. 23, take it away from football for a second, Michael Jordan.
Instantly.
Like, there are certain players you just identify. When you see that 8 and the 24 in basketball, it's Kobe Bryant. You already know.
Already know.
You know what I'm saying? So when you see a quarterback wearing 7, it's either one or two people. It's either John Elway or Michael Vick.
John Elway, Mike Vick, man.
So for Abdul Carter to go into the New York Giants organization and say, yeah, I want that 56. You was a whole fucking idiot. You a dummy. That is so disrespectful. First, okay, Lawrence Taylor is arguably not the greatest linebacker of all time, not the greatest pass rusher of all time, but the greatest football player ever.
Still my greatest defensive player ever.
Like, and you had the nuts to walk in there and asked him personally.
That nigga said no.
Nah, nigga, like
that nigga said no. Nigga,
first,
no.
if you see 7 and you think Ben Roethlisberger, you are tripping.
You're lying.
And hey, you might be a Steelers fan, so I'm not even gonna be mad at you.
Even if you are a fan. I'm a notorious Raider fan, and guess what person I think of when I see the number 12? Tom Brady.
Cleveland agreed to retire Sanders if he makes the practice squad. I put money on it that he makes the 53-man roster.
Yeah, no, he's gonna make the 53-man roster. Your boy Dylan Gabriel is gonna be on the practice squad.
Dylan Gabriel, that's a whole nother story.
He's gonna be on the practice squad for sure.
So asking for 11 because you asked the number. You asked for the number for 2 dudes on the New York Giants that are probably the 2 most popular New York Giants of all time. Okay, Phil Simms, 2 Super Bowls. He owned the NFL like completion record for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't Ben have more Super Bowls than Michael Vick? Yes, he does. He does. But who's the more popular player, Michael Vick or Ben Roethlisberger?
How many Super Bowl MVPs does Ben have in those?
And it's funny when I tell you, but this is the crazy thing about this. When I tell y'all we have the best football show, we have the best football show. Ben Roethlisberger was going to be a topic of discussion in the middle of the next segment when I get to Shady McCoy and him talking about Justin Herbert. But it's funny that you bring Ben Roethlisberger into this, because at what point in time, I will give you any point in time, has Ben Roethlisberger been more popular in the NFL and in mainstream media than Michael Vick?
I'll do you one better.
Roethlisberger had the longer career, but he didn't.
I'll do you one better.
His career was not more impactful.
I'll do you one better. At what point in time was Ben Roethlisberger the best player on his team?
That's a good question. He's never been the best player on the Steelers.
Has Michael Vick ever been the best player on his team?
Since day one.
There you go. Conversation over.
Shit. Wasn't he the best player on the Eagles when he got there?
Conversation over. Conversation over, guys. Like, what? It doesn't matter about the rings, because if Ben Roethlisberger infected those rings in the Super Bowl, he would have 3 Super Bowl MVPs?
2.
He doesn't. He would have 2 Super Bowl MVPs. He does. He has none, which means
0.
Yeah, he was there and he threw the ball, but he wasn't very impactful. Mike Vick, on the other hand, was impactful everywhere he went. And if you give Michael Vick the Steelers defenses,
if Michael Vick had Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown,
if he has Larry Foote, James Harrison, like Troy Polamalu, Ryan Clark.
Look, Raul, Raul, I'm gonna give you an open invite. If you want to come on the show, we can have this conversation. But Ben Roethlisberger was a passenger on the 2 Super Bowls that he won. When Jerome Bettis retired, what did Ben Roethlisberger do after that?
Not to mention, it's easy to look like the superstar quarterback when the other team can't score on your superstar defense.
Yeah. And Michael Vick never played with an offense. The only time he played with a really good offense was when he was in Philly, but that was right when he got out of jail.
Mm-hmm. And you got to remember, a year or 2 years before he went to jail, he had the Falcons literally in the second round of the playoffs.
Put like this: Ben Roethlisberger was never in MVP conversations. Michael Vick was.
He was never the best player on his team. There were linemen on Ben Roethlisberger's team that were better than him. Andrew Villanueva was a better player than Ben Roethlisberger. He's the first ballot Hall of Famer. Ben Roethlisberger is not the first ballot Hall of Famer.
No.
Won a Super Bowl against the Cardinals. You mean
Santonio Holmes?
No, because not even Santonio Holmes won that Super Bowl. James Harrison won that Super Bowl for y'all.
Well, no, if Santonio Holmes doesn't make that, because put like this, you know what? The safety on the Cardinals won y'all that Super Bowl because y'all ran the same play 2 times in a row, and the first throw, Ben Roethlisberger threw that shit out of bounds like a dummy. It should have been picked off. And then the second one, if Santonio Holmes doesn't make I can't say it's not going to be the greatest catch. One of the greatest catches in Super Bowl history. You lose that game. Who threw it? It was a bad throw, my dude. Did you see the throw?
You realize that the Cardinals were up and driving and in the red zone when James Harrison got that interception and then tied the game. And then on top of that, they forced them to get a 3 and out, and then they go on to score again. Like that's when after that, Larry.
They should have the Cardinals should have been up 14.
Yeah, they should have been up by 2 scores, but they were up by 1 score, and then that's when all the madness happened. Like we got to understand, like like I said, that defense.
Was legit. The defense was legit.
Is what won them that Super Bowl. Because if that pick 6 doesn't happen, 99-yard pick 6 don't happen.
Put like this,
they don't win that game.
It was Santonio Holmes. Do you know how I know it was Santonio Holmes? Who won Super Bowl MVP?
That would be Santonio Holmes.
And the first Super Bowl, who won Super Bowl MVP?
I'm pretty sure it was Hines Ward.
Yeah. Hines Ward threw the only touchdown in that goddamn Super Bowl. And he plays wide receiver. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Ben Roethlisberger isn't a good quarterback. What I'm saying is, if I'm thinking about the number 7, there's a lot of other dudes before I get to Ben Roethlisberger that wear number 7.
Yeah. I'm
now for you.
Going big Elway.
Yeah, like for you, you're a Steelers fan, clearly. So of course you would pick Ben Roethlisberger. Why wouldn't you?
Most definitely. But even then, no.
You should make better decisions.
Yeah, no, because when you think of 7, you think of Elway, you think of Vic.
Yeah, that's just what it is. It's okay. But like I said, this is an open invite. All you got to do, leave your email in the chat. I will hook you up. You can come sit on the show. We love inviting fans to talk.
I don't know if you would count that as rush as more as wobbled, but okay.
Yeah. So we got so I don't Abdul Carter asking for 56 and 11, blasphemous, shouldn't do it, absolutely ridiculous. How did you feel about Warren Moon giving Cam Ward number 1?
First of all, let's talk about Abdul Carter real quick.
Okay,
brother. Like it's kind of like LT said. There are so many numbers I feel like you can just take and make your own, right? Especially with defensive players able to wear, single digit numbers now.
Right.
I just feel like there's just why 50. First of all, 56 is crazy.
That's crazy. That's nasty. I mean, if you had a chance to wear 11, I get it.
Maybe,
but 56, nasty work. 56,
that's crazy. We're talking about the greatest defensive player to walk through the halls of the NFL, and nasty. You want to adorn the colors and you're wild for that. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That is
you understand
crazy.
Why the family, which I'm almost positive it was his wife. I'm almost positive it was Filson's wife. There's no fucking way. She's like, no, we're not doing that. No. She vetoed the fuck out of that real quick. Bro, there are so many numbers to where you can take.
So many numbers.
You will look absolutely amazing in, and you can make that number yours, right? And I get Micah Parsons with the whole legendary number swap 11-11. Y'all both did it at Penn. I get it. But no, you gotta. This is the
I even understand the 56 because LeVar Arrington wore 56.
True. But it's like this is the one situation where you got to read the room.
Yeah, I think on pretty much any team except for maybe 2 or 3, you could have got 56.
Yeah, most definitely.
But the one that you damn sure wasn't going to get it was the team that drafted you.
Yeah, no, you gotta read. You gotta read the room. That's like somebody. That's like Ant Richardson going into the Colts and asking for 18.
And it's like, did they retire Peyton's number?
I don't know, but even if they didn't, you just
don't do it, right?
You just don't do it.
It was like when I saw Desmond Trufant wearing 21 in Atlanta.
21 in Atlanta, yeah, most definitely.
And I was like, nasty.
Yeah,
nasty. Even watching Bijan Robinson wearing 7, I'm like,
whoa, wait a minute, whoa there. That's crazy.
I'm like, nah.
It would work. Because if we were to sit up here and watch, what the fuck, what DeAndre Swift bounce out in 34 in Chicago, we're gonna lose our fucking mind.
Right. It's like a running back wearing 20 in Detroit.
You know what I mean? We're gonna lose our shit. You know what I mean?
You can't do that. It's like, because even like the Raiders, I don't like it that you can still wear 32, 34, and 81.
Yeah, it doesn't sit right with me. You know what I mean? It just doesn't like take San Francisco for example. First person you think of when you see 16.
Like 16, 33, and 80 off the table. Right off the top. Like those three.
16 and at 80 and at 30. Oh my God, bro. You can be like, is that? Oh no, you gotta take that off. You gotta take that off.
You gotta take that off. Like, and then there's a couple other plays like 42. Like no one should wear 42.
You have to take that off. I'm sorry. Like, and it's like it may not be retired. I get it, but you can't wear it. Do that.
You can't wear it.
You have to take that off. I'm sorry. You gotta take that off.
Right. It's like if I don't know if the Rams did it, but like no one should wear 29. Washington, I know they retired Sean Taylor's 21, but I don't know if they did Darryl Green's 28.
Which they should.
Like, I mean, Joe Theismann.
That's
John Riggins.
Yeah, I was gonna say John Riggins. Yeah.
So I mean, there's a
Dougie Will. My boy Dougie Will, man.
Dougie, got put that 17 in the wrap. You got to put that 17
my boy. I love Doug Williams. He's the one who made me like a baby Redskins fan. I ain't gonna
yeah. I don't even know where I lost my Doug Williams jersey. I went out in the process of moving in across the country all the damn time.
Yeah.
I lost. I don't know where it is. Yeah, like same thing. Like in Buffalo, Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Darryl Talley, Bruce Smith, Andre Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't wear those numbers, dog.
You just can't. You can't do it. You know what I mean? Like it may not be retired. It may not, you know what I'm saying, be in the rafters, but
don't ask for it.
You just can't do it. That's
don't
just
ask
something
for it.
You cannot do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. That's you nah. Like, and that's the thing. Like, that's the reason why I applaud Phil Sims' family, because like Phil Sims, he's probably coming at him like, yeah, no, sure, it's whatever, it's good. You can wear my number, I'm not even worried about it. His family, like, no, hell nah. Like, you don't understand the legacy that number carries. So when we see that number, we think of our husband, our dad, our uncle, whatever it may be.
That's like, yeah, like that's us right there. That's us.
Nah, that's our legacy. He can't wear that number.
Nah. Get another number, dog. Like
the number,
bro.
bro.
I don't know. Like you figure it out. Like I think he's wearing 51. Like make 51 great, my nigga. Make it great. But
I believe so. I believe so.
It's like I know. It's like Shador. Shador's wearing 12. Make
12.
that shit iconic. Make that shit iconic, dog.
Yeah, short number now, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's ever been great enough to really have that number in the rafters. So, shoot.
I think
the motherfucker there.
Only difference is I think it might be kind of janky because didn't Josh Gordon wear 12?
I believe he did.
Did Josh Gordon wear 12? Let me see.
I believe so. I believe Josh Gordon did wear 12 in Cleveland. The Flash.
Yeah, he wore 12.
Yep, sure did. First picture that came up.
It's all right, though. He just couldn't stay off the weed. It wasn't like he couldn't play.
Stay off the weed.
Yeah, that's all. He played. He balled when he was out there. He just couldn't stay off the weed.
Man, bro, goodness gracious. Josh, I understand it. Trust me, I get it. But I always said you the dumbest nigga ever because all you had to do is pass one test.
You and what's the motherfucker? Randy Gregory from the Cowboys?
That nigga's an idiot, bro. I'm sorry. That nigga's fucking stupid. But if Ricky Williams can pass the goddamn test for as long as he could, come on, bro. Like, yo ass, you just lazy. That's why I said
That's all. And I wonder if I'm gonna see if I can reach out to Antonio Freeman, if I can get him on, because when I was in JUCO, I was roommates with his best friend. Him and Robert Brooks came and they chilled for like 3 days, chopped it up with us. That's how I ended up going to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna see if I can get him on the show because they were smoking, and I was it's years now, so I don't give a shit. And I was like, how nigga, y'all got camp in like 2-3 weeks? And he was just like, oh no, we good. We're gonna I already took my drug test already, yada yada.
Yeah.
I'm not getting tested for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Like that's what it is. It was like that. It was like that in college. Like when I was in college, they freaking put the little notice on my door, and after that, bro, what? I hadn't received a notice. I didn't receive enough notice all freaking see. Which one? It's one. And then if they asked, because my homie already told me, he already put me on. If they asked if you're getting drug tested in the middle of the season, it's not for anything else other than PEDs.
Yep.
So like it's for PEDs because you had a good game.
All right. So y'all, everybody knows our love and hate for the facility.
Yes.
We have a very ill relationship with the facility. But
it's a very back and forth kind of thing.
It's very much a back and forth. But if you want to see 4 dumb motherfuckers talk football,
absolutely.
I'm a play. It's 3 parts. It's 3 minutes long. Where I'm gonna play the first part. We're gonna discuss it. I'm gonna play the second. We're gonna discuss it. We're gonna play the third. We're gonna discuss it. But it's 3 minutes. It's 4 dummies. Well, really not 4 dummies. 2 dummies in particular. It's 4 dummies on multiple different. They're all dumb in different sections.
Different kind of in spurts. Yes.
Yeah. See, sometimes they seem smart, and then 2 seem stupid, and then they just switch up who's dumb and who's smart, depending on the conversation.
They like to play the dumb and dumber role a lot amongst themselves. I've seen
most definitely. But but Shady McCoy is always on the dumb side. So we're gonna start
every time.
Let's start here.
Are the best players to ever play this game, right? And I hate these.
Before we have to get the context first. Context is everything, and it's all starting right here.
I just woke up the other day and said, I got to get Justin Herbert to the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Must get Justin Herbert to the Hall of Fame.
You woke up and said that?
Yeah. It's just one of those things where you wake up and kind of like 3:34 in the morning.
Right.
And sometimes that's when your best ideas come.
Yeah, I know.
And
I'm with you.
You kind of process that, and that would mean winning a couple Super Bowls, and there'd be a lot of people would benefit, from that. So that's a worthy goal, and I think it's necessary that we get him surrounded with as many good football players to his level.
Now, you heard what he said, right?
Most definitely.
I heard what he said. He said, we know it. We're going to get to it. Let's listen to what this fucking idiot thought he said.
Why are you even doing that to Justin Herbert? You setting him up. First of all, Harbaugh, you're not no Hall of Famer. Let's start there, right? I think you're a good coach. You're not a Hall of Famer to be talking that. He ain't either. Let's slow down and let's say, you know what? I'm here now. I'm a winning coach. and let me get my team to some playoffs and some wins. How the hell are you going to be a Hall of Famer? You ain't even got a playoff win. And then you talking about stats, right? You said the most yards. He ain't got no All-Pros. So no wins, right? No Super Bowl appearances, no playoff wins, no All-Pros. And we talking about the Hall of Fame. Coach Harbaugh, I got a lot of respect for you. But let's start doing stuff like this. My job is to get the best out of Justin Herbert, right? And that's the best. And that best is winning playoff games and hopefully win some Super Bowls. Let's start there because when you start talking about Hall of Famers, you disrespecting what it really means.
Now, am I tripping, or is that exactly what Jim Harbaugh said?
Quite literally.
Like, this is why I tell y'all, you can't watch these fucking shows on Fox and ESPN for the most part because they don't know what they're talking about. I know they're former athletes, and you would think that they have straight common sense and knowledge of the sport in which they are talking. But it would be the total opposite. The total opposite. He literally, I just played you 40 seconds of what Jim Harbaugh said. He said, I want to get him to the Hall of Fame. And that would mean winning games, winning some Super Bowls. And in order to do that, I got to put the right pieces around him to make that happen.
That's what he said. That's what I heard.
What the fuck is Shady talking about?
I could have swore that you would try to basically repeated that verbatim. What's crazy is, why is that far-fetched to say? Why is that far-fetched for a coach to wake up and say, I have to get my quarterback, my franchise quarterback, to a Super Bowl?
That's it. Is that not his job?
Boom. To the Hall of Fame. That's quite literally his job. That's every coach's job. Every coach wakes up and thinks of ways how to get their franchise quarterback to the fucking Hall of Fame.
Because if you win a lot of games and eventually Super Bowls, don't you go to the Hall of Fame?
Yep. That's what I'm assuming.
Like, that's why we're there. And Shady has this thing where he talks as if he's that guy.
I was just going to say, when that nigga get inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Never.
He was real loud talking about how it besmirches the name of the Hall of Fame. And then, nigga, you in the Hall of Fame?
Because hold on, I should have. Let's see.
I'm curious because he was talking like he got a gold jacket.
He's talking like he got a gold jacket.
Right.
Okay. See, because he did something. This is where I bring in the Ben Roethlisberger of it all. But Raul left. But Raul, I told you, come back. I want to talk to you.
Whenever you're ready for that smoking again, we got you.
He said Justin Herbert don't got no All Pros. That's how he judged him over here with All Pros. Ben Roethlisberger don't got no All Pros. I'm pretty sure he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Is he not?
Pretty sure he is.
Ben Roethlisberger has no Hall of Fame. He's got all the yards in the world. Won 2 Super Bowls. Didn't get a Super Bowl MVP. You just heard us talking about it. He don't got no All Pros. 0. None. But he's going to be a Hall of Famer, is he not?
He for sure is.
So,
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Because if that's the case, right? I could have swore.
I got the skillet for you. You can start cooking.
Yeah, no, most definitely, bro. Because they said, Ben Roethlisberger ain't never been in an All-Pro. Justin Herbert ain't never been in an All-Pro. Did Ben Roethlisberger win Rookie of the Year?
Yes. They have all the same accolades right now.
Oh, so you're telling me that Justin Herbert is on the same trajectory of Ben Roethlisberger, who's a 2-time Super Bowl champ that people would consider a Hall of Famer.
No. Only thing that Justin Herbert has not done as of right now is win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
And
Justin Herbert's been in MVP voting twice.
And Justin Herbert's in year 6.
He's been in MVP voting twice. Ben Roethlisberger has never been in MVP voting twice, by the way.
So It's just nasty work to sit there and puff your chest up like you were that guy. Because I saw another show where he's like, I should have worn my Super Bowl rings and this, that, and the third. Nigga, you didn't even play. You should never talk about Super Bowl rings. Never. You want to talk about a passenger in getting Super Bowl rings? I don't think you even dressed for your last Super Bowl, my nigga.
Dog, you can't even call that man a passenger.
Like one of the Super Bowls, you didn't even dress. I don't know if it was the Kansas City one or the Tampa Bay one. One of them shit, you didn't even dress.
Tampa Bay.
So to talk about your Super Bowls, bruh, stop it.
You wasn't even a passenger, dog. You were luggage.
You was definitely luggage.
Because there's no fucking Shady. First of all,
you was a carry-on, nigga. They put you in the overhead.
Quite literally, because there's no fucking way.
Shut the fuck up.
Wait, what? See, and see, this how you know I really listen to music, right? Because what light skin say? You feel me? What light skin from Toronto say? Don't you hate when bench players start talking like starters? Like,
yep.
Come on, bro. Shady.
Don't do that.
You gotta sit back, bro. You gotta sit back.
Because I'm gonna fry him up in the third part of this because he said some other dumb shit. Because he was offending all of my people today. Let's go on to the next one.
Go ahead and get into it.
You're not even the best quarterback in your draft class, for one. Yeah. And two is you haven't won any real games. Yeah. And then we talking about stats. What's that? Yeah. I look at all pros and pro. Like, that matters to me. I know y'all don't care, but I care about that. And if you don't have none of those, how are we even talking about?
Well, you got to.
Joe Burrow is a great quarterback, correct?
Yes, he is.
Even we should have a conversation with him about Hall of Fame.
Well, number one, you got to. Number one, the answer is no.
Thank you, James. Can you say it one more time? I didn't hear you.
You don't think he'll live up? The answer is no. Credit to the coach Harbaugh. You know what I mean? He probably looking at Herbert like he's one of his son. He sees the talent that Herbert has. You're trying to motivate the young fella. You're trying to, breed some confidence in the young fella. But let's just keep it a buck, man. He's far away from a playoff win because he ain't did it yet. So we shouldn't even say Hall of Fame. What? Like Hall of Fame, like Shady said, man, Hall of Fame, especially the NFL Hall of Fame, like, them the great ones, man. Them the special ones. Them the ones that we all grew up watching, that we probably had a couple pairs of their tennis shoes and all type of stuff. Like, no, for real, though. Those are the great dudes that really changed the game, man. Like, Hall of Fame, like, let's get to a playoff win first. Let's play well in the playoffs.
Yeah, for everybody watching, this is going to be a master class right now. And for all my men out here, y'all gonna agree with this because all of y'all have been. You ever had a conversation with your old lady and y'all want to talk about something, but then she completely talks about something totally not related to the conversation that y'all having?
Most definitely.
This is what's happening right now. Jim Harbaugh said he had a dream that his job was to get Justin Herbert to the to the Hall of Fame. He didn't say Justin Herbert's a Hall of Famer today. He didn't say Justin Herbert is a Hall of Fame player now. He said, my job is to get him there.
That's what I heard.
So what conversation are they having right now? Oh, Hall of Fame is reserved for the best players ever. Yeah, stupid. He's not there yet. That's why Jim Harbaugh said it's his job to get him there.
Yeah, he said it. I woke up and said, I need to get Justin Herbert to the Hall of Fame.
That's what he said. Then he even gave you all the ways he was going to do it by winning games and winning championships. Duh. And then you're going to sit there and say, oh, well, he hasn't won a playoff game yet. Nigga, that's what Jim Harbaugh said. He said his job is to get him there. That's why he said, and also said, I'm going to put the pieces around him to make him great. Do they not listen? Do they not listen? Or am I tripping?
I don't think they do.
It's like
they're doing a horrible job.
The horrible job. Like the fact that people sit and they watch this and they hold on to what they say because look at James Jones, he's an NFL vet. Chase Daniel, backup quarterback, but he had a long career. And Manuel Acho, smart guy, linebacker, veteran. Shady McCoy, Eagles great. All of these things. So you think they know what they're talking about, and then they start talking, and then they sound absolutely ridiculous.
I just don't understand why it's such a problem with what he said. Like, that's what all the coaches, especially, right? Chase Daniels, their weak ass. That's what coach said about your ass, right?
Mulich, when we started this podcast, what was the goal? To get on ESPN.
Come on.
Like, we didn't say we were at ESPN or we were. No. We said the goal is we're going to bust our ass. We're going to put out this content so that they see us to put us on. What y'all do? What y'all do?
Y'all do.
Y'all do. Y'all do.
Y'all do.
That's how I know they're going to see this anyway. So that's why we can do this.
For sure.
But we weren't saying, oh, yeah, we Stephen A. and Shannon right off. We didn't say that. That's not what we said. Exactly. We said our goal is to get there.
We didn't come on day one and say, look at us. We got the plaque, 1 million subs. We said we need that plaque.
We need that. So there's, for him to say, and you know how much it has to be on your mind for you to go to sleep and wake up thinking that? That means in your subconscious, your brain is like, this is what I need to do.
That sounds like a head coach.
Sounds like a head coach.
Interesting.
Like, so then let's get to the third and final act of this stupid shit.
Hardball. I'm calling you out too, man. Like, yo, win some. Coaches and good players. That's cool. We talking about Hall of Fame, James.
You got to get in that Super Bowl.
What are we talking about?
Man? Harbaugh's not a Hall of Fame coach yet.
So why are we having Hall of Fame conversations, though?
Great coach.
Yes.
There's a difference. Hall of Fame is like one of the best ever.
Yeah, he's not saying that. He's not Hall of Fame.
Stay with me real quick. Stay with me real quick. Hey, Chase, you think he's a really good coach, right?
Great coach.
Yeah. He's a great coach?
Elite, yep.
Herbert's a good quarterback?
Good quarterback. Pretty good quarterback.
So look, let's have great coach and good quarterback conversations. Let's not have Hall of Fame conversation. Let's not have that. That's all I want. Let's not have that.
Well, we didn't talk about Harbaugh as a Hall of Fame coach.
But none of y'all should be opening your mouths about HOF ever until y'all do something about it. Now, dudes in that division he's in, Andy Reid and the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, they can have them conversations. They can be like, yo, they can little Andy like, yo, so Hall of Fame. How you gonna do your induction? Because I'm gonna have my man. Yeah. They can talk that.
What's crazy is they don't have to.
Now, I told y'all, if you ever had an argument or a conversation with a female and they start changing shit, know what else they do? They start clapping their hands. Start clapping their hands like fucking seals.
No. Fuck no. Hell no. Absolutely the fuck not. We're not doing that.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
We're not doing that, bro. Oh, they are so lucky I ain't there because I ought to cuss everybody out.
Yeah, because listen, matter of fact, I'm gonna let you go.
Who the? Oh, I ain't even a Niner fan. Oh, goodness gracious. Who the fuck these niggas think they talking to or talking about? They said that Jim Harbaugh isn't a Hall of Fame coach in the NFL right now.
That's what he said.
That's
what he said.
Do y'all not remember the quest for 6 Niners? How many times he's had them niggas in the fucking NFC Championship if it wasn't for the Legion of fucking Boom?
Now, what you just said, hold on to that because I'm going to piggyback off of that when it's my turn.
Like, what are we dead ass? They were down 34-3 in a Super Bowl and came back and almost fucking won.
Missed it by that much.
2 plays in 2 different NFC championships kept them from going to 3 consecutive Super Bowls.
If Kyle Williams doesn't fumble the punt.
That's one. And then you have another one that Richard Sherman doesn't make a good fucking play at corner. They're in 3 consecutive Super. Are y'all niggas fucking stupid, bro? There's no way you niggas are dead ass right now. Because we're talking about a dude who came into the league in 2011 and had the Niners instantly competitive after Mike Singletary. Instantly competitive, bro. What the fuck are you niggas talking about? 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. He had them niggas in the NFC Championship and or Super Bowl 4 years. This whole fucking tenure he was there.
Motherfucker was so good of a coach, Navarro Bowman quit when they fired him.
Patrick Willis retired.
No, Patrick Willis. That's what it was.
He fucking retired.
Because Navarro Bowman got hurt. And Patrick Willis was the one who retired.
Yeah, Patrick Willis retired when Jim Harbaugh fucking left, bro. Are you niggas dead ass? He had the Niners in consecutive championship games in a short tenure. This is, mind you, this is a shorter tenure than Andy Reid.
That's where I'm going to go with this. When you done, I'm going to piggyback on the Andy Reid shit.
Go ahead and cook, bro, because there's no way these niggas are talking about the same Jim Harbaugh.
Because he going to sit there and kick his feet up. Talking about Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes can talk that Hall of Fame talk. Really? Let me run this shit down, because I really think that this is what I tell y'all, when you listen to these dummies, you gotta really be on your P's and Q's, because they'll make you think they know what they're talking about. Let me get to Andy Reid real quick.
And while he's doing that, let me go ahead and remind you niggas. Let me go ahead and remind you niggas that this man not only took somebody who everybody considered fucking washed, okay, and Alex Smith. And if he doesn't get hurt, Alex Smith is in the NFC Championship. But hold on, wait, I'll do you one better. The nigga who everybody said cannot play. Reid can't play the game of football in a professional setting and cannot play a professional quarterback. He had that nigga in a fucking Super Bowl and in 3 NFC championships consecutive, back to back to back.
He did. Now,
and as soon as he left, what happened to Colin Kaepernick?
Trash.
Okay. Are you niggas dead ass? Go ahead, Mel.
So he said that Jim Harbaugh ain't win nothing. And Andy Reid can have that. He can have that championship. He can have that HOF talk. Kick his feet up, he said. He said, kick his feet up.
Motherfucking, I heard that.
When Andy Reid was in Philly, did people consider him a Hall of Fame coach?
Could have sworn they did.
They did, right?
Yep.
Because he said you got to win Super Bowls, right? That's what Shady said.
Sure did.
Andy Reid became the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1999. Andy Reid didn't win a Super Bowl until 2019
with
the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
Andy Reid was 41 years old when he took the job as the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
He was 61 when he won his first fucking Super Bowl.
They realized that he almost retired 3 times because he felt like he couldn't get over the hump
right.
to win a Super Bowl.
Now, Andy Reid went to, 4 consecutive NFC championship games?
Mm-hmm.
And 1 Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
But they thought he was a Hall of Fame coach, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm confused on why Jim Harbaugh would not be considered that. Not only did he do that, he had the nerve to go to Michigan and do what he did in Michigan and then win the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Do y'all forget that if he doesn't, You gotta reiterate this. They were down 34-3 in that Super Bowl. They ended up coming back and
with Colin Kaepernick as your quarterback.
Colin Kaepernick as a quarterback, mind you, against the Ravens' #1 defense in the NFL. With not one receiver that was what, top 10? At least not top 5, at least.
Top nothing.
Right? Okay. You realize that's the only reason why people would even remotely respect Joe Flacco. Is because
my bad, hit the wrong button.
He was a passenger on that team, right?
No. Yeah. So Jim Harbaugh has more than enough time to get Justin Herbert into the Hall of Fame. Do I think Justin Herbert can do it? Of course. He's got all the talent in the world. And the way that Harbaugh is going to build this team is going to be this. Like I said, this is the segue into the final segment of the show. Because Uncle Colin is an idiot too.
We do that though.
So Justin Herbert is going to, if the track record of Jim Harbaugh is what it is and what we believe it to be, he's on pace to get to a Super Bowl. And he has the talent that his NFL quarterbacks just did not have.
Yep.
He's a way better quarterback than Jim Harbaugh has ever had in the pros.
Yep.
The
best quarterback.
Which leads to the final segment of the show. Let's listen to Uncle Colin and his stupidity.
In a league where every good team knows who their quarterback is, nobody knows what J.J. McCarthy is. I am a skeptic. First of all, he played for a college team known for a run game and defense. He was not asked to win games. He was asked not to lose them. What the draft people said about J.J. McCarthy coming in, his strengths, mental prep. Well, he plays with a chip on his shoulder. Weakness, modest arm strength, average escapability. Very few examples of him adjusting protections at the line. All the stuff I'm supposed to love is this sort of nebulous, he's a winner. He plays with a chip. How's his arm? How's his athletic ability? How's his size?
Any of that sound familiar about a quarterback that was just drafted this year?
Very.
Sounds vaguely familiar to Shador?
Very.
Well,
actually.
Let me tell you what J.J. McCarthy is. I'm a Michigan guy. Watch J.J. since he got to the University of Michigan. Pretty much know what the kid is. And I don't know when it became a slight to call a guy, well, he's a winner. When did that become a bad thing? Like I'm lost. I'm so fucking confused that your quarterback, what's his greatest asset? This nigga wins, man. He just wins.
He just wins. Don't know how, but he wins.
It's crazy because what was Al Davis's signature line?
Come on, man. Just win, baby.
Just win.
Just win.
Just win.
Just win, baby.
That's what football is about. It's about winning.
I'll give it to you like Al. Just win, baby.
Just win. Like, and he says he was never asked to win games. Really, Colin, are you still salty about the 225 yards and 4 touchdowns he did to Alabama?
Probably.
You still mad about that? Because that was in the playoffs before they went and won the national championship.
Sure was.
You mad about that because he put foot to ass to Alabama? See, quarterbacking isn't about yards all the time. It's not always about how strong your arm is, how athletic you are. It's about one thing and one thing only when you are a quarterback. You are judged by wins and losses as a quarterback. How you get those wins and losses don't matter to me. Tom Brady threw for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns in the Super Bowl and lost.
And lost.
And lost.
Lost.
So what would you rather do? Throw for 5 and 5 and lose the Super Bowl, or go out there and throw for 120 yards, get a touchdown or 2, but y'all win by fucking 30?
Mm-hmm.
See, they try to diminish what a quarterback is. Remember, we keep trying to tell y'all this word that they try to put on quarterbacks, this curse word. Oh, he's a game manager.
Game manager.
That's what all quarterbacks are.
Literally. And I hate he wasn't asked to win games. He was asked not to lose them.
What? That's what you ask every quarterback to do that.
What the fuck is the difference?
What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
There's no difference. If I don't ask you to win the game, I'm just damn sure not asking you to fucking lose it. Like, what the fuck are you niggas be talking about when he's not asked to win? That's the stupidest shit I've ever fucking heard in my life.
You ask every when you made him your starting quarterback, you're asking him to win games.
To win games. You may not ask him directly to win the game, but as a quarterback, he understands there are situations he's going to have to win the game.
What do they say about the starting quarterback? They say what? He gives us the best chance to do what?
The best chance to win.
That's why he's the fucking starting quarterback.
And this is the reason why I hate that stupid ass saying, because motherfuckers will sit up there and say, "Oh, he wasn't asked to win the game. He wasn't asked to win games." How? We understand situational football.
Every game plan is. Some days you're gonna look at the defense. They can't stop the run. We're gonna run it down their throat. Other games they can't stop the pass. Cool. We're gonna chew them up through the air. Some games, the run game is working, but they made adjustments. What we're gonna do? Go to the air.
Yep. And some games you're in a fucking dogfight.
And you can't do shit. And the defense got to win the game.
The defense got to win the game. Or guess what? The quarterback got to make a fucking play. What is 2-minute drill? Is that not the quarterback winning the game? Even if the quarterback doesn't throw the game-winning touchdown, did he not put them in position to win the game?
That's what
you're asking your quarterback to win the game. You're not asking him to lose the game, of course, but you're asking him certainly to win the game if you're in any kind of 2-minute drill or any kind of fast-moving offense. You're literally asking him to win the game.
Yep.
Don't turn over the ball. Make smart passes, right? Take your checkdowns. Take what the defense is giving you. You're asking him to win the game. You're setting up specific plays so that he can what? Put his team in position to what? Win the game. It's that simple. So even, he may not have asked him directly to win the game, but he's definitely being asked to win the fucking game. What the fuck? What the fuck are you niggas be talking about? That's the biggest example is 2-minute drill, right? There's a specific list of plays that coaches have for quarterbacks that literally amplify their strength so that they can take their team down to either throw a game-winning touchdown or put their team in position to kick a game-winning field goal and what? Win the fucking game. So he may not have asked his quarterback to win the game, but there's a specific game plan in order for his quarterback to go out and win the game because, just like Mel said, it's expected because he's the fucking quarterback.
Yeah, what's that saying we love to say? What's known don't need to be said.
Yeah, like quite literally, everybody knows what the fuck he wasn't asked to win the game. Duh, stupid. Because everybody knows he's supposed to go out there and win the game.
That's why he got the C on his chest, stupid.
That's why it's there. Because he's supposed to. Everybody's expecting him to go out there and win the fucking game. We're not expecting the center to do it.
No.
We're not expecting a fucking receiver to come in motion and do. No. When you play quarterback,
you're the guy. You're the guy.
Professional, you understand, and everybody else in the world understands as soon as that fucking cue comes out of somebody's word, I play quarterback. The world looks at you differently because they have a higher expectation of you. You're automatically expected to win games.
Point blank, period.
It is what it is.
So this
That's
whole
fucking responsibility you take as a quarterback.
He wasn't asked to win games. Shut up.
He's always asked to win games.
Once you became the starter, that was your job.
Once you picked that you wanted to throw the ball, get under center, and throw the ball.
You know how we know this? You know how, because if Michigan wasn't winning games, guess who would have been the nigga to get benched? The quarterback.
Hello. They just did it this past season.
Like, when the team isn't doing well, whether you're running the ball or passing the ball, all of the onus goes on the nigga who's playing quarterback.
This is a great example. I will literally give everybody, right? Everybody said that Shedeur Sanders didn't deserve to get drafted in the top 10 or in the first round because of his what? His college record. Everybody knows that wins and losses is a team stat, but because Shedeur had a quote-unquote bad college record, that would affect his draft stock, which a lot of people attributed affected his draft stock. Oh, well, Jackson Dart is so-and-so.
Let's keep it on
so-and-so.
Let's keep it on Shedeur. Let's keep it on Shedeur. Did they ask Shedeur to win games in Colorado?
They sure did.
Who's the best player in Colorado?
Travis Hunter.
Why didn't they ask Travis Hunter to win games?
There you go.
Like, at Penn State, did they ask Drew Aller to win games? They did, right?
Sure
Who was their best player?
Pretty sure it was Abdul Carter.
They didn't ask Abdul Carter to win games.
Never asked Abdul Carter to win a game. Matter of fact, we'll do one better. Who won the national championship this year?
Who won the national championship this year?
That would be one Ohio State.
Oh, Ohio State, yeah.
Who's the best player on Ohio State?
That is a very good question. I would have said it was Judkins, but they didn't really lean on him like that. I would say, if you're asking me, I would say Emeka Ibuka. No, the other receiver. What's his name?
Yeah. Jeremiah Smith?
Jeremiah Smith.
For sure. They didn't ask him to win the game, did they?
No, they did not.
You want to know who actually won that game? The linebacker who got the
Sawyer. What's his name? Sawyer? Jack Sawyer? What's his name?
Yep, the linebacker who got the interception.
Yeah.
Because Will Howard went up to him and was damn near sold his soul to that man because he understood the situation. Because even then, after the fact, Will Howard had to go out there and do what?
Manage the game.
He had to go out there and win the game. Because Jack Sawyer couldn't go on offense and win the game. Jeremiah Smith can't go to quarterback and win the game. There's only one person who can do that.
Yeah.
That's Will Howard. He has to go out there and win the game. His defense can put him in position for him to go win the game.
He still has to go.
He still has to go win the game. There you go. So, Colin, you got to stop. You got to stop talking.
Sound fucking stupid.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Absolutely retarded. All right. So, Sean was supposed to be here. I don't know what happened to Sean. Sean, if you're watching this, you owe me a day.
We actually had somebody else who catted off today. So, DJ, if you're watching, yeah, you were supposed to be here too.
Oh, DJ Mike B supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. I gotta go on gentleman's talk. I sent GQ a video or topic I want to chop it up. Oh, speaking of going on Mulich. So you know.
Yeah. Let me know something.
We may have to turn up over there on Flag on the Play with Trenton.
Are we being bellowed? Are we being beckoned somewhere?
Yes. Trent reached out to me last week. They haven't been taking kindly to me calling them out on some things.
Well, I mean, especially after that Lawrence Taylor take where y'all said Lawrence Taylor didn't fucking cover, which was fucking stupid, but okay. I'm gonna let y'all live for now. I know we had a little bit back and forth, especially with the whole Darrell Reeves thing and Megatron thing. But
yeah,
hey, if y'all want that smoke, it's never a problem. We can come cook y'all any day.
And I told, and there's people going on that. I said, no, Trent's the little bro. That's my little brother. Trent, it's not so much with Trent, even though Trent be saying some wild shit.
Yeah, it's all love with Trent. Trent. No, it's all love. But sometimes you gotta tune your little brother up a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, like this is big bro stuff. This is big bro. This is big bro, little bro shit. That's all.
Yeah, put them on some game a little bit. Make sure they tighten up, and then move on from there. But
right. So once I can confirm it for sure, it'll be Tuesday. I'm shooting for Tuesday.
Okay. Hey, I'm absolutely free on Tuesday. So absolutely, let's make that happen.
So that's hopefully I can make that happen. I can get my shift covered so I can go in there Tuesday. Because like I said, Trent, it's not so much Trent. It's them other dudes that I really.
It really is. It's not Trent. It's because Trent is more of the host, and he does a great job. Shout out to our boy Trent. But it's the other guys with y'all outlandish takes, because he asks really good questions, and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Opinions or not, y'all
killed it. Like the Omarion, we had the whole conversation about Omarion Hampton.
Yep.
And what we thought about Omarion Hampton. And then for you guys to get on there and say Omarion Hampton had no top end speed and said that you watched tape. Nasty work.
Disgusting work.
Nasty work.
Disgusting.
Because 2 seconds on YouTube, and it just would have been like, oh, nah, Omarion Hampton like that.
I can literally, I don't even have to look up on YouTube. I'm literally having flashbacks of him in the open field right now. Like, do y'all know what Jim Harbaugh's about to do with that ball? Never mind.
But because this is why I said what the Chargers are going to do to the NFL next year is going to be bad.
I don't even like Chargers. Okay, I hate the Chargers. Y'all know my line. Chargers gonna Charger, but I would be remiss to admit, like, and
I'm gonna tell you this: they got Najee Harris, they got Omarion Hampton, they re-signed Mike Williams. If they bring Keenan Allen back, the AFC is in trouble.
Y'all realize they already had a 1,000-yard receiver that was a rookie last year.
That's why I said if they bring back Keenan Allen with Lat McConkey and Mike Williams, with Omarion Hampton and Najee Harris, with that offensive line, good luck. Good luck.
They have the best defense up until about week 8, week 9.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Just wanted to make sure. We got to end the show. I'm talking good about the fucking Chargers right now. My nigga Trey is automatically, he gonna call me. He gonna be like, yeah, bolt up, nigga. I'm gonna have to hang up on him. So
right. All right. So we're gonna get up out of here. Another great show. Another great Friday. Chilling with my brother over here. Next week we're gonna be back at it. We're gonna get into the preseason, not preseason, but just like the mini camp stuff. We should have some footage of Shador, Shiloh, some of the other rookies and stuff like that. Cam Ward, all that. We're gonna get all that getting going. We're gonna start gearing up for the for season 3 of Inside the Huddle. So get ready for that. I gotta figure out what to do about this fucking merch, man, because every time I think I got it, I ain't got it.
Some bullshit happens, and I get a whole bunch of excuses and a whole bunch of text messages that I'm not trying to read.
Right. So I think what's going to have to happen is what it should have happened from the beginning. I'm going to have to use these 2 hands and do it myself.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm going to have to, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Go have to get to work, you know what I'm saying? Order me a nice little machine and, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get the old school way.
Yeah. Because they do it like Thanos, just.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Make sure y'all tap in with the rest of the shows throughout the rest of the week. Special show tomorrow. My boy Willie, Geek Outlet Podcast, everything gaming, nerds, comics, etc. You name it, he's gonna be talking about it. Basket to Basket on Monday. Dope Gentleman's Talk episode coming to y'all on Wednesday, and then we doubling back PVT and Inside the Huddle Talking that Ish on Friday. Appreciate everybody who slid through in the comments. And if you didn't comment, still appreciate you for sliding through and watching us. Raul, make sure that if you want to come on the show, drop your email in the comments or follow the Inside the or not the well. Actually, we do got our own personal Instagram.
I gotta get on it too.
Or you can hit one of these links right here from the sideline, Instagram or Facebook and or Twitter. Drop your email or social media handle in one of the DMs. We'll definitely get back to you, get you on the show. We love having fans up here. We love having people up here with different opinions. We just love talking sports. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and continue to rock with us. And we will continue to bring y'all this dope ass content. See y'all later.
Later.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn